What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Spicy Adventures. Tonight's adventure, we are going to head out to the top of Bear Creek Road here and see if we can get a good picture and view of the pink moon tonight. It's supposed to be visible at about 8:23. It's currently 8:26 right now. So let's head up the hill here and see what we can see. Yep, pink moon tonight. So the moon is supposed to be at one of the furthest parts, one of the furthest distances from the Earth tonight and tomorrow. So the moon is going to appear small, but it's also going to appear with a pink hue. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to capture that on my camera phone. I should really invest in a more high-powered camera, but eventually I will. But as for now, my phone camera takes, I'm very happy with how my iPhone 15 takes camera pictures. So yeah, so no need for a high-powered camera yet. Yep, we are leaving the lovely town of Boulder Creek here. I'm gonna head up Bear Creek Road. Hopefully my front lip doesn't scrape here. It loves to scrape on everything. But oh yeah, it didn't scrape. Yeah. I'm really hoping that I can get a good glimpse of that moon tonight. Today, down Highway 9. So this morning I went for a leisurely cruise up Highway 9 down into like Redwood City kind of, and oh my gosh, there was the amount of California Highway Patrol today out on the road was felt. Like, you could really see a lot of officers parked on the side of the road and pulling people over. And as I've stated in one of my previous videos about Highway 9 not being a racetrack, and to respect the locals, respect the road, look what's happened, right? So there was a petition and like a town hall meeting that happened, and guess what? Now every weekend there's going to be high CHP presence because of all the reckless driving and riding up here that's been going on. So you guys have no one to thank but yourselves for doing stuff like that. So bravo, you guys, bravo. So calm down, you guys, chill out, just enjoy the roads for what they are, have a good time, and make it home safely. No more of these head-on collisions and speeding around corners, crossing double yellows. There was a huge bicycling event this weekend on Highway 9, and I hope nobody got injured. I didn't see any reports of any bicyclists getting hit, so that's good, because there was a mob of them today, and there were signs everywhere, and there were people directing traffic, especially down at the Highway 35 and Highway 84 junction where Alice is and the trading post is. So a huge shout out to all those people putting their bodies in the way of harm, possibly, just to direct traffic and make sure that these bicyclists have a safe ride for whatever reason they're riding, right? I don't ride bicycles, but I understand the passion for it, because you know, I have a passion for motorcycles and I have a passion for cars, so it's like the same thing. And I appreciate how much work and dedication is put in to these cyclists to make sure that they're safe and that they can ride these roads on the weekends and do these big events in a safe and timely manner. So yeah, so expect to see a lot of CHP out here, you guys, every single weekend for probably a little while, right, before it cools off. I saw at least 3 cars and 2 motorcycles pulled over today, probably getting tickets for going too fast. So word of caution, chill the heck out, slow down, enjoy the ride and the drive. But yeah, but I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Feels like I haven't had a full weekend off in like forever. I was off a couple weekends ago, but like I said, I had driven all the way to Fresno and swapped cars with my younger brother. He had my FL5 for a couple weeks, and I had his 2004 350Z, and I picked up my FL5 about a week ago. Boy, I sure missed this car. Super happy to have it back. Super happy to have it back. Yeah, so a couple things to touch base on with the car so far, right, is the Icon Rock Clear has fully cured and it is holding up great. I washed it, I polished some parts of it here and there, which I didn't really need to, but I just wanted to. And I put some Chemical Guys ceramic spray on it, and also also decided to try the Adams graphene spray. I bought that today when I went down to Redwood City, and so far I like it. It's got this kind of cool little gray tint to it, and it spreads on real nice, cleans stuff up. It seems like a good detailer, and it's fairly priced at only 15 bucks. The Chemical Guy stuff is like $30 at the store, so that stuff's pretty expensive. But if anybody else has tried the Adams graphene, let me know what you guys think, especially if you've owned it long term and used it long term. Let me know, because this is my first bottle I've ever bought. I'm going to keep the Adams graphene in the car, in the back, with some towels, just so I can detail my car on the go, especially right now. You know, the weather's getting really nice. There's still quite a bit of pollen that's falling from the trees and stuff, because it is starting, everything is starting to bloom after all the rain. So we're pretty much going to be full into spring here in April. I looked at the calendar, it looks like there's no rain for the next week or so, and who knows if there's going to be any rain after that too. So we should be having some real nice weather in the next coming weeks to enjoy these mountains. And I'm gonna probably bring you some more hiking trails, and I want to get back to Loch Lomond to do some fishing, you know, bring some more outdoor adventures to you guys. I feel like I've been doing a lot of car vlogs, but I want to get back into more of, you know, my adventuring. yeah, you know, it's just, you know, I bought this car, right? So I just love it so much. So I love making content with this car. Yeah, this is it's been a joy to own. I'll make a follow-up video about ownership of the car and all that good stuff. I've driven it about 4,000 miles now since buying it back in February. So I've put some miles into it, you know, especially with all the trips to Fresno I've taken and driving it to work. Of course, I'm gonna probably drive a little bit less once the weather starts getting better. You know, I'll start riding to work a little more often once it gets warmer. It's still pretty cold, like it's still 49 degrees right now. So it's not warm up here, I would say. Like today all day, it never got above like 60 something. Like it was pretty cold all day. Most of the time in the spots that I was in today on the road, it was like in the high 50s. So, you know, a lot of the parts of the mountain today didn't even reach the 60s. Made for great driving weather and hanging out weather though. Lots of cool air for the engine to suck on and get power, right? It was fairly cold but dry, so the roads, you know, would not get too hot. You could drive with your windows down, with your windows up. It didn't matter, it just felt great. So, you know, I like weather in the high 50s, low 60s, especially for cruising in cars. Makes it for very versatile cruising conditions. If you get too hot, roll the window down. You get too cold, roll the window up. You don't have to use AC, you don't have to use heat, you don't gotta do none of that stuff. My beloved Bear Creek Road. This is such a tight road, but I've learned to really love this road. Really tests suspension, your patience, tests it tests a lot of your skill when it comes to switchbacks, especially on a motorcycle. This is the uphill climb, and the downhill climb is super challenging because it is steep. Whether you're in a car or a motorcycle, it is very steep. So, you know, you got to learn how to control your downhill speed. And there's one thing I love about driving a stick shift up here in the mountains is on the downhill descents, you know, throwing the car in a lower gear really allows it to roll down the hill at not such a crazy fast pace. Like I can roll down Bear Creek Road in third gear all the way after the top, and it's really nice. Like you don't have to step on the gas pedal. You can save a lot of gas. You know, you still have engine braking, so you don't have to ride your brakes the whole time. You know, as long as you don't go barreling in the corners, like you barely have to step on the brake. You kind of just let the car do its thing and just roll down the hill. Don't try rolling down in neutral so much though, you guys. You know, if you guys ever drive downhill roads, rolling down in neutral, you're solely relying on your brakes, and you know, you won't have any power when you need it. So that also means less grip. You know, having your car or your motorcycle's gear engaged creates a lot of grip. So it's important to make sure you're in the right gear when going uphill or downhill in these tight mountain roads. Oh, look at the moon, it is super bright. Doesn't look very pink, but maybe it'll be more pink in pictures. Oh, I'm hoping nobody's at the little turnout here. Please nobody be there. Please nobody be there. It's gonna be a great view of the moon. I was gonna go to the skid pad, but like I said, with all the CHP presence on Highway 9 right now, like I don't know if they're gonna be out there hanging out, you know, because a lot of people do like to go to the skid pad late on Saturday night and hang out there, and they might be trying to kick people out because officially that park closes at the skid pad officially closes at sunset, and you're not supposed to hang out there. I mean, some people do. I've hung out there before. I don't know if you guys can see the sun or not, but I mean the moon or not, but man, it looks beautiful. There's gonna be so much moonlight tonight and the next couple of nights. Look at that moon. Yeah, you guys, get out and explore, you know? Take the time and go out and do stuff like this, right? You know, go out, enjoy the moonlight, enjoy early mornings, go on some hikes, go on some adventures. Oh yeah, oh, there's one car out here. Okay, there's one car out here. And you can get a decent look here at the moon. It's not too bad. I'm getting more and more used to electronic brake, so that's kind of cool. All right, let's get out and take a look. See what we see. I don't know how much that this GoPro is picking up, but there's the moon off in the distance. It does look a little bit pink. It's so bright it looks like the sun. Yeah, that is. That is blazing bright. Oh, I wish I really had a nice camera right now to get this photo. But yeah, this is the top of Bear Creek Road. I don't know what you guys can see on the camera or not, or if you can see anything at all, but pretty cool. See if I can get a see if I can get a photo here. Off in the distance. Oh, that is just beautiful. See some airplanes up there flying. That looks great. Well, thanks for joining me on this short adventure of coming out to see the pink moon. I hope you guys have a really good view as well, and hopefully you guys can see it being pink tonight. Yeah, from what my eyes can see, it is really detailed. Like I can really see the shape of the moon. So hope you guys get a chance to get out, adventure, explore, check it out. Okay, until the next episode, peace.